Okay, here we have a question about rats. So we need to deal with the rats in SAT. So basically, like, there are some number of rats in the beginning of 1980. In the beginning of 1992, there are like 24,300 rats. The question is, how many rats were there in the beginning of 1980? So basically, there was one rat, then it tripled every 3 years, probably. Then there were like so many rats. I think the simplest way to handle this kind of problem is to kind of like give some variable, some kind of like unknown number for the number of rats in 1980. Let's say that in 1980 there are like, say, A rats. A is a variable here, so A number of rats were there in 1980. If it is easier for you, like if A is not the right variable to use, let's just use X then. So basically, like in 1980 there are like a X number of rats. In 1992 there are like 24,300 rats. Our job is to find out what is this X. What else we know? We know that every 3 years, this population of rats is tripling. So in 1980, there were like X rats. In 1983, there are like 3X rats. In 1986, there are like 9X rats. Because it's tripling every 3 years, so you need to multiply by 3 every 3 years. So it goes on like that. Now if you see the difference between 1980 and 1992, there are like 12 years, right? So in the 12 years, if it is tripling every 3 years, means the tripling happened 4 times, right? Because there are like 12 years, and if you triples every 3 years, means the tripling happened 4 times. So what happened is there was a X, then it became 3X, then it becomes 9X, then it becomes 27X. That's what happened. So the starting value is X, then it has to triple 4 times because there are like 12-year period and every 3 years it triples, so it has to triple 4 times. So starting value is X. So 1, 2, 3, and the 4th time will be 3 times 27, that is 81X. So it does this tripling 4 times. So this one, when this 81 times X happen, that's the year 1992. So basically, like, let me change the color. So this 24,300 rats is nothing but this 81X. So 81X equal to 24,300. So X will be 24,300 by 81, which is 300. So in 1980, to start with, there were like 300 rats. Because it's tripling every 3 years, by 1992 there were 24,300 rats. So for this question, how many rats were there in 1980? The answer is 300.